but I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right in. As you can tell by the title, it is a tack box tour, or sorry, grooming box tour. And it looks like this. There's quite a bit. It's dirty because I literally just grabbed it out of my trailer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get started because there's a lot of junk and I don't want it to take like a half hour to show you. So the very first thing you'll kind of see, I'll start with, there's a thick side and a thin side, the thin side being over here. If you guys can see, this is the thin, this is the thick, and it's just like a regular Fortiflex tack tote. I got it for my birthday haul last year. So starting on the thin side, working from one end to the other, I just have a selfie stick, and it's dirty and disgusting because my horse is 17 or 17.1. He sticks like right above 17, right below 17.1, so 17 basically. But he's huge, so in order to get any cute photos, I have a selfie stick. And then I also have just like this Salmon Products England really soft brush. It's like a rubber curry, but it's just like really soft because he likes his forehead to be rubbed. It's like his anti-stress thing, or stress reliever. So anytime we do anything that like gets his anxiety level up, we actually just massage his head with this nasty thing here, and he really likes it. And then this is the Equine Editions soft face brush. It's not too soft, it's still kind of stiff, but it's soft enough like if he gets mud on his face, you can just wipe it off. And it's good to have right before shows because it does have like a little pocket clip, so you can keep it with you at all times and just go over his face right before you go in the show. It's come in handy. Show season has started here in Indiana. We've already had one show, but this is a good thing to have. And then we have my wall clippers. This is the Pro Series Plus. It's like a wireless, but they're just pretty quiet. They're just, can hardly hear them. So they're like a good cordless clipper. Battery lasts pretty good. Got some good power. It can trim his mane, forelock, fetlocks, bridle path. I've banged his tail with them. I've pretty much done anything except for body clip with these. So they typically have like a carrier, but I don't keep them in it. Next thing is just this Oster blade lube, just to kind of keep him running smooth because I do keep up with his forelock and his mane frequently, every time, pretty much once every 2 weeks or so. I'd probably say I'd trim it up. I also have a nasty hoof pick. This is the wall hoof pick, and it came with my clippers. Some people like these, some people hate them. I love them. I don't like the ones with the brush ends. I like this one because you can actually turn it around and really dig in there. Next one is like just my regular oval brush. Like I'm serious, I literally just pulled this out of my trailer. It's disgusting. You can like see all like the black hair and stuff in it because my horse is a bay, so you can see all of his mane hair. But this one is like a nice, like, well, you can see the dust. Like kind of like a mid-toned, not soft, not stiff brush. Just has a strap, good handle, and it's really nice to just kind of dig in, but it doesn't hurt him. And then I have a really old metal curry, which I do keep. You can, for some people that don't know this, you can actually pull them. There's a spring, they're spring loaded, and you can pull them. Oh, this one's just too old, but you can pull them and twist the head, and you can do the short side or the long side. I just keep mine on the short side in the summer, long side on the winter if I need it, but my guy's never really approved of grooming in general. He hates being groomed, so I do always have to keep this on the short side for him. My Oster mane and tail brush, just like the circle one. I've got a comb, but I do like this better. I feel like it's A, easier to hold, B, it's a little bit grippier than like a comb, especially if you get like Cowboy Magic or something on it. And also, I feel like this dispenses the Cowboy Magic, like the product, through the mane and tail better than just a regular comb. It helps to really get in and actually spread the product, not just goop it in one spot. And then we are riding dressage this year, and this is our first year, so not the best at braiding. So I do try to keep up with practicing braiding his mane. So I just keep all my braiding stuff in there. And on this side, I do have the yarn. Big side. My guy right now, because of all of the wet, like the wet spring that we had and all the mud, he actually did develop thrush. So I do have no thrush, like the dry one. I do have like the thrush buster, but because that one is very caustic, I do prefer to use this one as much as possible. But we've been fighting that. It's just not starting to dry because it's getting warmer for summer, so that has been working a little bit better. This is my main comb. and mane and tail that I do have, I don't use it as often, just because like I said, I like my Oster better, but this has come handy for like just really bad knots and stuff like that, or like when they get like a rat's nest like built up, and I think it's kind of like, tricky. The next one is the Tough one. It's like a angled. It's like bigger at the top and smaller at the bottom, but this one's like a really soft bristled brush that it's called the Great Grip Brush Finishing Brush. So it's actually really nice to hold, and you can really just like that little layer of dirt that you kind of kick up when you really like curry and stuff and get out. This is like what helps to really just get it off and really get like brings out a nice shine. And then I've got this one. Most of my brushes are just no-name brushes, and I find those are typically the best ones that I like. I never really like just one brand of brush. And then I've got this one, like I said, it's just like this is like a really good medium that's really long bristled, so it does like a really nice flick. So it really gets in there and really gets the dirt out, which I really like. And then I do have an even softer bristle brush like this one. This is really good for the face, just to kind of really just like get in there and get the dirt out without being too harsh. And then I have a short bristled brush that's a lot stiffer. Like this one doesn't really have any movement to the bristles at all. This one's really good for like the bottom of the legs and stuff, like right around the hoof, and like especially the hoof wall, to really get all that dirt off the bottom of their legs. But it's not too tough, and like you can get on their rump a little bit and like the very bottom. But you do have to be careful on sensitive skin with this one. Right, and moving on to products. On this side I do have Cowboy Magic. We get what we call mud turds out here, which is just big balls of mud just gets like encompassed in their mane and you just can't get them out. So you really have to have a good product to get out. I prefer Survivor better, the Survivor detangler, but no one really carries it, and like especially our closest Dover. It's very hard to get it in stock there, and they're a little bit pricey, so we just kind of settle for this one just because it's a little bit cheaper. Is the Black Ultra Shield EX. It's the kills and repels more than 70 species, stays active for up to 17 days, kills ticks on dogs and puppies over 12 weeks of age, and it also has multiple sunscreens and coat conditioners, including aloe and lanolin, or lanolin, whichever one you want to pronounce. But it's also weatherproof, so this one's really nice, just for a little bit of like everything, and it does stay longer. I think I used to use the Ultra Shield Aerosol Sport Edition, and it sprayed on really well, but I didn't feel like it lasted as well. So this one roughly goes for about $21.99, $22 a bottle, so it's pricey, but it does last a lot longer, so you kind of get your money's worth. So I've got some spare clips that I keep in there. I've already used one, but I do have two of them, like extras that I need. I've got some extra black rubber bands. I do have yarn needles, so I can sew in, I don't know if you can see. Yep, I have these. They're just yarn needles to sew in his buttons. And then this is my little setup for my braiding. It has all of like my clips and stuff like this. It's just got like a pull through or like a latch hook, a clip, some more clips. It has a seam ripper, a comb, a yarn needle, and then a pulling comb, which I never actually pull his mane. He will not let you pull his mane. He gets very aggressive if you try to pull his mane, so stay out of the line of fire, and we don't do that. So we just take the clippers, and he has what you call like a push broom look, but then you kind of go through and trim it as much as you can to look natural as possible with scissors. And then I do have a spare little alligator clip, and then another one alligator clips, another alligator clip, and then another pack of rubber bands, just black. Great thing about a black horse, or bay horse, black mane and tail. Everything is great. And the last thing I have is, it's like a little trimmer that you just take over like their nose hairs, and you can just, it's like a little nose shaver. But this works really well just to kind of quickly go over the nose without having to take the clippers, because sometimes he's very great to be clipped, but his nose is very ticklish, so sometimes he'll kind of just like fuss around a little bit and like play around, so this just running this over sometimes help better. But that is everything for my tack box, and I will see you guys later. Bye! I feel the magic in the air.